Hello and welcome to our analysis of the impact of Brexit on the UK economy. As you may know, Brexit refers to the United Kingdom's decision to leave the European Union, which was voted on and approved in a referendum in 2016. Since then, the UK has been in a process of negotiating its withdrawal from the EU and the terms of its future relationship with the bloc. In this video, we will take a look at how Brexit has affected trade, investment, and immigration in the UK, as well as its overall impact on the economy. So, whether you're a business owner, an investor, or simply curious about the economic consequences of Brexit, stay tuned for an in-depth look at the subject. One of the key areas that has been affected by Brexit is trade between the UK and the EU. Before Brexit, the UK had unfettered access to the EU's single market, which allowed for the free movement of goods, services, capital, and people. However, since the UK has left the EU, it is no longer a member of the Single Market and Customs Union, which means that new tariffs and trade agreements have had to be negotiated. In December 2020, the UK and EU reached a trade agreement, which set out the terms of their future relationship, but this agreement did not eliminate tariffs and non-tariff barriers completely. This means that there are now additional costs for UK businesses exporting to the EU, and vice versa. This could lead to higher prices for consumers and could make it more difficult for businesses to compete. Additionally, Brexit has also impacted the UK's trade with other countries outside of the EU. The UK is now able to negotiate its own trade agreements with other countries, but the process of doing so takes time and resources. In the meantime, UK businesses may face increased competition from other countries that have existing trade agreements with the EU. Overall, while it is still early to say what the long-term effects of Brexit on trade will be, it is clear that it has created new challenges for businesses and increased costs for consumers. Are you looking to take your business skills to the next level? The Art of Strategy, Business Lessons from the Most Notorious Bosses in TV and Film has everything you need to know to achieve success in the fast-paced world of business. Learn from the cunning and strategic moves of some of the most memorable bosses in TV and film, like Scarface, Tony Soprano, Gus Fring, Prop Joe, and Stringer Bell. Discover how these iconic characters navigated through complex and challenging situations and how you can apply their lessons to your own career. Get your copy of The Art of Strategy, Business Lessons from the Most Notorious Bosses in TV and Film today and start your journey to becoming a successful and effective business person. Check out the link in the description. Purchase this ebook at a one-time exclusive price. Another key area that has been affected by Brexit is immigration. Before Brexit, EU citizens had the right to live and work in the UK without the need for a visa. However, since the UK has left the EU, this is no longer the case. The UK government has introduced a new points-based system for immigration, which applies to both EU and non-EU citizens. Under this new system, EU citizens will need to meet certain criteria in order to be able to work or live in the UK, such as having a job offer and passing a language test. This could make it more difficult for EU citizens to come to the UK, and could also make it more difficult for UK businesses to recruit the workers they need. Additionally, the new immigration system could also have an impact on the workforce. If EU citizens are no longer able to come to the UK as easily, this could lead to a shortage of workers in certain industries, such as agriculture, construction, and healthcare. This, in turn, could lead to higher wages and increased costs for businesses, which could be passed on to consumers. Overall, while the new immigration system may help to control the number of people coming to the UK, it could also have negative impacts on the workforce and the economy. Business owners, workers, and consumers will have to adapt to the new system and its consequences. Another area that has been affected by Brexit is investment. Before Brexit, the UK had access to the EU's single market, which allowed for the free movement of capital. However, since the UK has left the EU, it is no longer a member of the single market, which means that there may be new barriers to foreign investment in the UK. One of the main concerns for foreign investors is the potential for increased regulatory and compliance costs, as well as the potential for tariffs and trade barriers. These could make investing in the UK less attractive, especially when compared to other EU countries that still have access to the single market. Additionally, Brexit could also have an impact on investment in UK companies and industries. For example, If it becomes more difficult for UK businesses to export to the EU, this could lead to lower profits and slower growth, which in turn could make these companies less attractive to investors. Overall, while it is still too early to say what the long-term effects of Brexit on investment will be, it is clear that it has created new challenges and uncertainties for foreign investors and UK businesses. The UK government and businesses will have to work to mitigate these challenges and find ways to make the UK an attractive destination for investment. The overall impact of Brexit on the UK economy is still uncertain and will depend on a number of factors, including the terms of the UK's future relationship with the EU and how well the UK government and businesses are able to adapt to the new challenges and opportunities presented by Brexit. One of the main concerns is that Brexit could lead to slower economic growth, as businesses and consumers may have to adjust to new tariffs, trade barriers, and immigration rules. Additionally, Brexit could also lead to increased costs for businesses and consumers, which could in turn lead to lower profits and slower growth. However, it's also possible that Brexit could lead to new opportunities for the UK economy, such as the ability to negotiate new trade deals with countries outside of the EU, the potential for more flexible regulation, and the ability to attract more foreign investment. In conclusion, Brexit has had an impact on trade, investment and immigration in the UK. Businesses and consumers have to adapt to the new tariffs, trade barriers, and immigration rules. The overall impact of Brexit on the UK economy is still uncertain. It could lead to slower economic growth and increased costs, but also new opportunities. It will be important for the UK government and businesses to work together to mitigate the challenges and capitalise on the opportunities presented by Brexit, in order to secure a prosperous future for the UK economy. Thank you for watching.